All right, I'm in the back of one of our horse trailers. Yes, we have 2 horse trailers. And I'm standing in front of one of the windows that I saved from building that was having these sliding patio doors replaced, and they were going to throw them out. And the glass seal is perfectly good on them. It's just the wood on one of the 3 panels was rotten. And so they decided to get rid of them. And I said, I will gladly take those. So I'm in the process of trying to carefully strip off the wood to get down just to the panels, because one of them has, it's so rotted. I want all the panels to be the same. So I'm going to strip all the wood off. And you can see I've actually done 2 of them successfully. They haven't broken. That's what all that stuff is. So yeah, these panels I've got to clean up a little more. But I was really worried that they would break. They haven't broken. They seem pretty strong, actually. One of them got wrapped the edges with this metal band, which is awesome. So I'm gonna I'll film me taking this off, and hopefully I don't break this last one. So this is how they seem to come apart. Okay, there are these 2 metal clips that are pressed in there. I kind of got to break this whole thing apart, and then I need to peel off the spline, and basically this top piece will just pull right off at that point. That's what happened on the last one. We'll see what happens this time. Yeah, I have no intention of saving any of this wood, so don't mind chopping it up. And now it's just a matter of prying this whole piece off of this side. Just like that. Now I just got to clean up all the butyl tape. Then I'll do the same thing, remove the stops on these, pull these off. I have to flip it over to get the other side. This is what that butyl tape looks like after you peel it off with the chisel. It's just, it sticks to everything, and I don't think it ever cures, which is what you want. All right, let's see about getting this piece off. All right, there's the stop, gone. Let's see if this will just peel off here. All right. There's the end piece. And the only way I can find to take this butyl tape off is just, hopefully you can see that, is to just take a chisel and run down here and try to get the majority of it off. It's just so sticky. There's already a clump stuck to the bottom of my shoe. Dang, this thing's heavy. All right, what a mess. There's all the parts from the sides, and there are the 3 good pieces of glass ready to be cleaned a little bit and then go into the garage. All right, we're up on the staging, and here's a closer look at the mock-up of the overhang roof, the rooflet. I'm actually going to make this top edge intersect right there, so I'm going to enlarge that a little bit, and so this whole thing is going to actually extend out a little bit further to keep this. I want to use an 8-inch 1x8 out here, full 8-inch board, so by raising this I'll have to extend this out, and it'll end up being about a 2-foot overhang. I think this has just been some head scratching. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up all of these pieces, and I'm actually going to screw them in place in their permanent location, and that way I'll know how far to sheathe up from the bottom and down from the top. I won't be able to put all the roof boards on because of the posts of the support the staging, but to get these in place is going to permanently locate where they're going, and then at that point I can just work on sheathing, wrap the sheathing around it, and then we can get ready to install the window up here, which all right, I need 10. I think I've got 9. Got to make a few more, and then we can start putting them up there. All right, I got the 10 made for up here, and I also got 10 made for down that in that window opening. I'm not going to do this one here till we move the staging over, even though I've got most of the parts made. I just am not sure. I don't want to start nailing them together and have them be wrong, because they're not at the same elevation. They're actually going to be higher up. So that's it for today. It was just a lot of thinking, and coming up with a plan. I still not sure how I'm going to get the window up there, but I guess we'll figure that out soon. Wow, it's hot out here. It's supposed to get into 90s today. All right, that's what I've determined it's going to be. That's the overhang, which is about 2 feet. And I still have to go and nail that last one off and get one to fit in here. And they're actually, I'm thinking that I'm going to put one on the inside of this face too. I haven't figured that out. They are going to extend past the doors like 6 inches on either side. All right, this is the end of the day. I actually didn't work in the middle of the day. It was just really brutally hot. Clean off the lens a little bit. You can see what I got. I got the sheathing up to here, up to the top. And I didn't get the sheathing done over there. That's tomorrow morning. And when I'm going to continue. I'm going to work on that section next. Just try to go and complete that whole section. But I really wanted to get this rooflet made or get it started. So just to see what it all looked like. But these, this roof is going to extend past the door. I'm not sure how much, 6 inches, 8 inches, just as a visual thing. It's not going to be right in line with the door. All right, welcome to the top of the staging. Last, I don't know, at least 4 days, it's been up in high 90s. And I can come out and work on here for about half an hour, maybe an hour and a half, something like that, before it becomes unbearable because the sun is just reflecting off of the surface, cooking me. So it's been a slow process of getting anything done, but as you can see, I've got all of the sheathing on. And I didn't sheathe this because it's just not necessary. I put these 1-inch fillers to bring everything out close to this surface, and so a third of this is done. I got the window opening down there. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what I'm going to get started on is the insulation in the back, the insulation for this wall. I was given a bunch of 1-inch insulation, so I'm going to start out with that, rip some stuff to fill in here, and then there's going to be a 2x2 batten strip that goes across here, right flush to the underside, and then fill in up at the top with insulation, and then I will be ready to actually put on the 2x8 foot sheets of foam, just like we did the roof. It'll be a row of a batten strip row, a row of insulation, another batten strip row, and we'll just keep going down all the way down. So that gives me horizontal nailers for the vertical siding, which goes on top of all of that. So I think once I get the batten strip in here and all the other stuff, I'm going to then make up the soffit material. I picked up stain yesterday, so no reason why I can't make up that stuff, stain it, and maybe get it installed, because I'm only going down to here. This is the edge of the staging. You shouldn't walk past that. Maybe down to this point, and yeah, well, you can see this is what the rooflet looks like from up here. So I put on 1-inch foam, put on these batten strips, another layer of foam there. I'm decided to put an end strip here, which will give good nailing for the corner board, so that's on. And now I'm going to start measuring up for the soffit and fascia. All right, this morning I went and picked up some aluminum and went to a friend's house and used his brake and made this pan here for the window to sit in. This is the stuff that I bent this morning. So these are the other 2 window pans for the other 2 windows. And I made up some of this material as well, which is going to go, the sheathing doesn't run full length, so it's going to go part of the way down, and this will, step flashing will go on there. So I made that up this morning as well. All right, I got the jambs and all the stops made up. They're all stained. All right, here's the setup for getting the window up here. You can see I've got the pulley set up here. And we have a sling that I made that's going to fit over the glass. And it's going to come up through here, and then we're going to set it on that ledge there, in the upper part of that ledge. And then, as you can see, I got the jambs and the, there we go, the jambs and the stops all in. And before we put the window in, I'm going to run a bead of caulking all the way around. And I have some hard rubber blocks, which I'm going to put probably 3 of them underneath. And then hopefully we can lift the window up and tip it in place. I'm not sure how that's all going to work.
Going backwards.
Well, you.
I guess I'll go.
Oh, just don't. Yes. Careful where you set it down, though. When you do, if you have to set it down. Oh, hey, stop. All right, you can set it down on there. Yeah. All right, now we're going to pick it up and set it on those boards. All right. I would say grab around the edge over there. So you have.
Okay.
Are you watching the metal?
Yeah, trying.
Okay.
Oh, it barely fits width-wise. Oh my god. Okay.
Just hold on. You got to hold with all your might on there. All right, let go. I got it. Now you need to go up on the platform above me. So I'm going to lift now.
Okay. Yep, keep going. Oh, careful.
Just stay there and I will be up in a second, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm letting go.
Should I hold on to the rope?
No, just hold on to the glass. You okay?
Move this thing. We're going to whack it on a sharp thing.
Yep, just hold on a second. I'll come up and we can work together.
At this point, maybe.
Okay, you can actually.
Can I put the foam on this now?
You can do whatever you want.
Because I think this is less of a, that's less of a risk than this is right now.
Yep. Oh, you know what I need to do?
Oh, what?
I need to put silicone on this thing.
Yeah. Are you sure we're not going to need the ropes to lift up into that pocket?
No, because they're in the way. There's not enough room to have the ropes around this thing.
All right.
All right. Well, you got the window in. And now we've got Kristen says we should clean it before we come down. Probably a good idea. It's in, all the stops are in place. Wasn't too much yelling. It's a free window, and yeah, the vacuum on it. Ooh, there you go. Vacuum is still good, so I think it's an insulated window, and it's now in the garage, and there's going to be obviously 2 more. So next step is to start putting on the foam and the 2x2 strips that are going to go everywhere. All right, here's a little bit of an update. I made up the batten strips and I stained them. I went to the store and got gray, and that's what it says in the can, but that's green if you ask me. But paint is so expensive, I guess the garage is going to be green. These parts here are to start framing in for this garage door. That one's done and that one's done, but this one is not yet done. As you can see, the window is all in. I don't know how much got filmed, but the window was in. It looks great. I did wash it, but I can still see the streaks. And I don't think I filmed this, but I got the foam on. So it's just, yeah, you can see exactly what the layers are. The layer of sheathing, layer of 2-inch foam, and the siding, which is gonna, the sun comes out, it's supposed to rain again today, but if this stays dry, tomorrow I'm gonna stain it and put these batten strips on. And basically, that's all done for this. Up to this point will be done, and it's a pretty nice tight joint at the top, so nothing's going to get in there. I decided not to put Tyvek on here, which is an air barrier, a wind barrier, I guess. I decided not to do that because this is just a garage, and I'm not trying to make this airtight. And the other thing is, as soon as you open up one of the garage doors to go in or out, all the heat and humidity or whatever and the cold is all gonna come in and out. So it's kind of silly to try to make this airtight or control that when as soon as you open up a door, you got a giant hole in the side. So I said screw it with a Tyvek and save some money. And it's a garage. I got to stop from going overkill on this stuff. So yes, I got the roller in hand, and we're going to put some stain on the building because I don't think it's completely dry. It rained all last night, but in a few days we're having a hurricane come, and I'm under the gun to get part of this done, move the staging over, and hopefully get the center section done with the window in it before the hurricane shows up. Oh well, not that I'd like to have a nice sunny day to stain, but don't have that. It's roller stain in me today. Well, unfortunately for you guys, I don't have a good place to put the camera up there, but I got it stained and I actually put on the batten strips. So from the windowsill up, it's done. Now I'm going to I was hoping not to have to take those planks down because they're bare, but I'm going to take the upper layer, upper third completely off, and then either put the boards on the rooflet and then put ice and water shield on it just to give it, try to get that thing as far along as I possibly can. And then at that point, hopefully today, I'm going to take all the staging and move it over here. That's the grand plan. So you guys are in on the plan. Well, that's actually going to be the end of this video because it's getting really long, and there's no good ending point here because I'm going to continue on with the front wall. But you can see that I rushed to get the boards on top of the rooflet and threw on some of that high temperature ice and water shield we had left over from the roof, because it's actually not misting now, but it is misting. It was actually raining, and I said, well, I'm going to rush to put that up there, and that's it. So thanks for sticking around if you got to this point. If you kind of like this stuff, maybe consider subscribing. That really and give me a thumbs up if you like it. That helps the channel out considerably. That's enough talking. All right, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.